Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad FAIZ bin Abdul Halim. My metric number 074756. Today I will present about the European Renaissance, a remarkable period of intellectual, culture and scientific awakening. I would like to express my respect and gratitude to Professor Madya Dr. Muhammad Muniruddin Olodo Al-Shafi'i for his guidance and support in this presentation. During the Renaissance, humans began to free their minds from the constraints of the Middle Age, explore the secret of nature, and seek knowledge not for the church or its leaders, but of but for understanding life and themselves. This awakening was the result of three major movements: the revival of classical literature, religious reformation, and the rise of natural science. The literary Renaissance was a powerful revolution that aimed to overcome the barrenness and rigidity of the Dark Age. People sought intellectual nourishment in Greek and Roman literature and devoted themselves to studying and researching it deeply. Alongside literature, the religious reformation emerged. Starting in Germany, this movement challenged the authority of the church, emphasized individual freedom of choice, and encouraged a direct relationship with God. The translation of the Bible into local language and the invention of the printing press allowed ordinary people to read, understand, and interpret the scripture on their own without relying on priests or monks. And lastly, the natural science also played a crucial role during the Renaissance. Explorers discovered new continents like the America and new sea routes to India, while scientists such as Copernicus, Galileo, and Kepler revolutionized astronomy and our understanding of the universe. In Italy, there was a conflict between religion and philosophy, but it was a short-lived. Philosophy focused on the observable world, living matters of the unseen and the afterlife to religion. And um, Early natural science were also influenced by Neoplatonism, which is the view nature as a divine, unified living system with God as its beginning and ultimate end. Philosophy such as Bruno from Italy, Bohme from Germany, and Montaigne from France reflected this mystic approach, blending spiritual insight with empirical inquiry. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is NIZAM AFIQ bin ASRY, matrix number 072880. Next, I will explain about Bruno. Giordano Bruno was born in Nola, southern Italy. He entered a religious monastery at a very young age, and he was exposed to ancient philosophy, medieval thought, and the Copernican astronomical system. But at the age of 18, Bruno began to reject certain things of the church. His doubt intensified over time until he openly expressed them at the age of 28. Rather than submitting to church authority, he fled the monastery, marking the beginning of a life of exile and persecution. Bruno spent a lot of time moving across Europe, Italy, France, Switzerland, England, and Germany. According to Bruno, God is not separate from the universe but is identical with it. God is the source, cause, and essence of all existence. Next, the theory of the universe. Bruno explained Democritus' atomic theory by introducing the idea of a flowing ether that fills space. The ether consists of infinite spiritual units called monads. These monads give form and structure to material atoms. linking matters and spirit into a single reality. Bruno viewed the universe as a living organism permeated by a universe soul. He denied the existence of any lifeless or soulless entity, claiming that spirit, life, and sensation exist throughout all levels of reality.
My name is Al-Badri FAIZ bin MUHAZIR, matrix number 072538. I will continue my part. Jacob Boehme was born into a poor family and worked as a shepherd before becoming a shoemaker. Despite the limited formal education, he was known for his humility, piety, and deep fear of God, and he was influenced mainly by the Bible and thinkers such as Copernicus. He accepted the view that neither the earth nor human beings are the center of the universe. Boehme rejected the idea of God as a uniform unity, believing instead that God is the source of diversity and contains opposing elements. He thought that good and evil coexist, with evil revealing good and enabling movement and life. This divine duality, he argued, make God both transcendent and manifest, and explains the existence of the material world. Michel de Montaigne emerged during the literary Renaissance and became a leading voice of humanism, promoting freedom of thought and human dignity. He emphasizes individualism, arguing that people must think and judge for themselves, even if this means opposing authority. Montaigne believed that the senses of unreliable and cannot reveal certain truth and the full nature of the universe, and that human reason is weak and deceptive, shaped by tradition. Therefore, he concluded that skepticism is unavoidable, but saw it as a source of intellectual freedom and defended every individual's right to think independently without external authority. Modern philosophy arose in reaction to medieval thought, which was purely religious and focused on the afterlife and the unseen. During the Middle Ages, religion determined the aims of knowledge, and methods of inquiry and thinking was controlled by tradition and established doctrines. With the Renaissance, this changed dramatically. Authority was challenged, freedom of thought was demanded, and truth was no longer accepted on the basis of tradition or figures such as Aristotle. Instead, truth was defined through personal reasoning and rational conviction. As a result, early modern philosophy turned towards nature and the natural sciences, inspired by the Greek spirit of inquiry and driven by a desire to rediscover and understand the world anew. Modern philosophy was not only focused on nature but was only strongly individualistic. It sought to liberate the individual mind from the authority of the church and affirm the right of individuals to judge, investigate, and criticize independently. As a result, the individual mind became the final authority in matters of knowledge. Two key pioneers of modern philosophy were Francis Bacon and René Descartes. Although both aimed to establish reliable knowledge, they differ in method. Bacon argued that knowledge comes from observation and experimentation, forming the basis of empiricism. Descartes maintained that knowledge also arises from reason alongside sensory experience, laying the foundation of rationalism.